3 cats on my bed and my wife. My wife's asleep, snoring like her cute little self. And then I got 2 adorable little cats fucking nuzzling the shit out of me, just spooning hard. And then I got the big cat at the foot of the foot of the bed, passed the fuck out. And I was like, this is it, man. I've made it.
Let me ask you this. How's that big cat getting along with the little cats?
It's interesting. We ease them into each other's space very smartly. We put the cats in the bathroom for like a week, and then we put them in the living room. And yeah, because they, we didn't want them.
Oh, it's true. And also, they're kittens.
They're kittens.
Yeah, like that. That's like fucking Montana to them.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then I put them in a big. I have a big like fenced off like little cage area. Put them in that for like another week or 2, and put her in front of them. She like hissed them a few times, didn't like swipe at them or anything crazy. Now we're in like the month and a half, and they're playing with each other a little bit. When I feed them all together, they all clump together, so she's cool with them being in her space. She doesn't like getting surprised by them. That's when she's kind of like, that's when she'll hiss a little bit. But they'll play on the same things, they're just like,
that's huge.
She'll just stare at them and shit. It's nice. She doesn't like when, I have noticed she's become more affectionate. Like I'll play with them and stuff and they'll leave and then she'll like run the fuck over to me and she'll just sit next to me and just be like, you could tell she's like, I want pets. And I'm like, interesting.
Not to interrupt your story about your awesome cats, because I do enjoy it. Well, how's everyone feeling on the whole sharing of joints in a post-COVID world?
I mean, I'm vaccinated.
I'm vaxxed too, but it's how this Delta variant's fucking with my head.
Yeah, but it's also like what you get a little bit sick. It's not as bad, right?
Here's the other problem with the Delta variant. It's turned everyone who believed into COVID. We're now like this COVID denier light, and that we're like, listen, he's just a little. It's the sniffles. You never had the fucking sniffles?
Well, no. They're saying that if you have the vaccine and you get the Delta variant, it's not as bad as if you didn't have the vaccine. And now I'm at the point where it's like, hey man, I used to get colds all the time, and if it means I can't share joints with other people, I'll take that risk.
Which you will share joints with other people?
If it means I might get sick, sure, whatever.
I mean, I'm still going to take a hit off.
Of course,
to be totally honest.
I'm not as worried. It's like fucking herpes. It'll happen when I get it.
How does your wife feel about your opinion towards herpes?
I haven't told her yet.
I think this is
Yeah. But I'll speak for her. I think she agrees.
Let me ask you this. What's the if you're married, you're in a long-term relationship, is there an STD that's better to get and then give her because you were cheating than one that's worse?
No.
Yeah, I agree.
It's also like, what, I guess the better question is, what STDs can you get that you could get from not cheating? Like you're like, this is a legitimate STD I got that I wasn't even cheating, I wasn't fucking around. I just fucking didn't wipe the toilet seat down and I got fucking syphilis.
I got AIDS.
They're right? Because sexually transmitted diseases, Frank. You have to have sex to transmit them.
No. HIV, bro.
Yeah, HIV. Yeah, that's I think the one. But I mean, you can't get syphilis through like open wounds, right?
I don't think you can get the syphilis.
If I drink syphilis water, like if someone had syphilis and sneezed on me, I don't know how syphilis works. I don't know if you guys.
You know what? I'm going to say this right now. Neither do I. And for a second, you made me very concerned about everyone who I've been letting sneeze on me this whole time. But just to go back, the STD question, is there an STD? That's a way to find out if your buddy will cheat on his wife. If someone goes, yeah, let me tell you, that's someone who's that's someone who's been up late in a Motel 6 being like, oh shit, there's no way that airport stripper has like, I am in trouble. Like that's gone through.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's not, bro, I've heard stories, and then it's like, yeah, man, you're fucking caught. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you, retarded? Yeah, dude, that's like, you can fucking...
Listen, you're not a stand-up comedian, let me tell you, there's like a few like extra skills you get being a stand-up comedian, especially on the road. I don't know how much of the road you haven't done. Like I've done the road a lot. Yeah. You've done the road a lot. When you're on the road a lot, you will run into so many people cheating on their wives, and what you realize about everyone who's having an affair is they are all like fascinatingly bad at it.
Oh yeah. Bro, social media exists. People think that like you're gonna move to the next town. It's like, oh well, see you next year. It's like, no, man. They should just look at your and then There's the people that cheat on the road, it blows my mind.
The tagged Instagram post. What? How did you not think of that? Oh,
dude, it's so funny. Yeah, absolutely. That was one of the things I had the headliner who told me. They were like, "Yeah, man, it's just not worth it. Don't fuck around on the road." And it was like, there's so many other headliners that were like, "Yeah, man, it's great.
It's your time."
On the road. And they're like, "What?" And it's like, yeah, it's crazy.
I also just don't understand it because I'm just like, it's like, what are you thinking? Like, you're gonna get caught, and also like so much extra stress.
It's also like, bro, any chick that's gonna fuck you on the first time they met after seeing you do stand up for an hour, like that is not a stable person.
I like, by the way, that we're all assuming the headliners are men that are cheating on their partners right there.
Bro, there's no like host that's like cheating on their partner. Like that is feature and up territory.
I disagree entirely.
An MC who's just killing it and killing marriages.
This is American centric. I got news for you. Hosts are getting laid in Britain. Hosts are getting laid in Canada.
Yeah, people talk about headliners cleaning up. No one talks about all the pussy the MCs are getting.
I want you to know how quickly I got stoned because I meant to say, I like how we're thinking it's men that are cheating on their partners, not like assuming it's no female comedian is out there, but I accidentally said headliners, which may reveal some deep-seated psychological misogyny within me. And I would like to preemptively apologize and pray that this is not the thing that gets me canceled.
Do you ever worry about the things you've said that gets you canceled?
Nah, I just did.
Right? Yeah.
Like I haven't done, like it's one of those things where it's like, my soul is relatively clean. Like I'm sure there's some tweets from 2007 that are at best spicy and at worst, whoa, what do you own, an NBA team? Like what do you
I feel like if there's something that I get canceled for or anything that was like, look at what you said, I'd be like, all right, yeah, you might have something there. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Like I'm not above apologizing.
So this is the thing is I am not above, like I am ready. Like I can't, like I've said stuff on stage and people are like, oh, that was really offensive. And I was like, I don't even need to know what I said that offended you. Here's what you get. I'm very sorry, not my intention. Was that hard?
It's also like this weird thing is like, there's definitely times where it's like, nah, I think this like, I think you can look at a person and be like, oh, nah, you know, like I don't need to worry about this. And then there's certain times when you're like, oh, I didn't think of it that way. Fuck, because I think at the core of like a joke is you want to be pretty truthful.
Yeah.
Aside from just what you personally believe is the truth, but also like, you know, when it comes to like making people laugh, it's like, yeah, it's like a truthful thing. It's like, oh fuck, I don't want to be wrong, or you know, and then you still want to be honest about it and right.
Well, it's also just you're sitting there going like, I never would have thought of it. I didn't think of it from that perspective. So yeah. Cool. And it also will make your joke better. The thing is, you need to find out what you said. You don't want to do what I do, because then sometimes you're just like, which one of these jokes involving the N-word do I have to apologize for?
Oh, that's the toughest one for me. No, I remember I've been doing this joke about psychology and Mexicans, and I would say, you know, most Mexicans don't believe in psychology or mental health, and then a Mexican guy from Mexico came up to me and was like, meh. And I did make the change, but it made the joke better in a sense because I was more specific about it, and then it also made it like where it was like, oh, he was kind of right, but also like I like made my joke a little bit sharper because I was like,
what was the change that he
was saying? He goes actually Mexico is number 2 in psychoanalyst study, which the other side of that is psychoanalysis is very heavily based in the theory of Freud, and a lot of his theories have been proven incorrect and blah 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 blah. But you know, there have been steps made. It's not taken as seriously as like modern day. I don't want to be offensive and say modern day psychology. Anyways, my wife has a master's in psychology and she talks shit about Freud all the time. But she always rolls her eyes and then tells me about psychoanalysis. Anyways, psychoanalysis was more of like a study, or my bad. Psychoanalysis was more of like a what's it called? Not a mechanism, but a theory or a tool to teach, right?
A curriculum?
Not a curriculum.
A lesson.
Sort of like a lesson. I'm high as shit.
Parable?
Whereas like
a legend.
Psychology is the study of the big thing. Whereas like a discipline. There we go. Woo! Took me a second. It was a D word.
Even from the way you were describing what word you were looking for, we weren't getting discipline. Oh boy, I got news for you.
This film was not in the top 10.
Yeah.
It's a discipline. Oh, fuck. What were we talking about? God, I'm lit. I'm so high right now.
Frank, it's fine.
All right.
Psychoanalyzm.
We haven't even gotten into the first fucking joint yet. Oh my God, I didn't even introduce you. I'm the worst podcast host in the world. How into this episode are we?
We're at 10:30.
So we are a full Marin introduction.
We fly loose with this show, dog. Listen, my life's been wild. Hello, my name's Frank Castillo. Welcome to Buddies. As my co-host, JP Noda.
What's up, guys?
My guest today is John Hastings, very funny comedian.
Hi, everybody. Nice to be here. Thank you so much. It's so wonderful to be here in this studio that feels like you guys broke into an office.
Oh, we did. Yeah. We got to be out here before the cleaning crew comes in at 8. Also, our producer / fourth man on the mic, Gerardo.
Yes, hello. How's it going?
Good to see you.
Good to see you guys.
You do look like a fucking TikTok DJ in the corner right now.
Yeah. I'm the Stringer Bell of TikTok.
Yeah, you are. Just got some 808s set up. It's perfect. I love it.
Hell yeah.
The Stringer Bell of TikTok? Was he a noted DJ?
No, Stringer Bell is from The Wire.
No, I got you.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
I don't get the Stringer Bell. I'm still back on. What about you makes you the Stringer Bell of podcasting?
You know how you don't give yourself the nickname, but somebody else gives it to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same thing. I don't know. I don't understand it, but it makes sense. I think it sounds cool too.
It definitely sounds cool. It's falling down. Or there's a piece of information I'm missing.
Do you want to take a dab now or no?
No, I don't want to take a dab at all. I don't want to do that at all.
JP, you want to introduce us to the joints we have for today's show?
Yeah, for sure. I rolled a couple of them. I rolled some Do-si-do and then some, what was the other one? Some cereal milk. Which would be super stellar. It's about an eighth in each one of these guys.
What? Do you guys not have lives? What are we doing? We're going to be in such trouble.
This is Monday.
What happens on Tuesday?
Bro, I can't remember.
Haven't gotten that far yet.
Yeah. Oh, I think I'm doing Getting Dug with High on Tuesday.
Oh, shit.
Tomorrow.
Yeah,
That's tomorrow.
Yeah. Over Zoom.
Oh, man. I got to tell you, that I really enjoyed that podcast. Why don't I listen to it anymore? You know what I mean? There's too many podcasts now. Like, there was a time when there was literally 8.
Yeah.
Straight up.
They're all white. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it was like Marin, Rogan.
Doug Loves Movies was like the 4th podcast.
Kevin Smith.
Dude, I remember watching Doug Benson when I was in middle school. And
It was a Super High Me? Was that his like the big one? That I was like in high school. I was like, weed's sick.
Yeah, I was like, I think I'm gonna do weed shit. Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny because I must be slightly older than you guys, or I discovered him slightly later, which was, I remember watching it in university and being like, you made a whole documentary about this? Like, I was like, what?
He made like 3 different ones.
I mean, I actually got way into I watched it again later and I was like, actually, this is really fun and does make weed fun. But he did a tour documentary. I have no idea what it's called. Maybe the greatest movie ever rolled or something. Either way.
Yes, I did see that one.
There is a scene in that is the greatest representation of what it's like to be a comedian after a show and someone's bothering you, which is a drunk person gets backstage and just keeps accosting him in that very specific way that only happens to comedian audience member, where like she has all of this information about him that's slightly off because it was changed for jokes and he's just trying to exist and she's like, and another thing, and it's the most awkward interaction ever, and it was captured perfectly in that film. So you talk to him about that on Tuesday, Frank.
God, being on the road is like, I love it, but I hate it. Because there's times where it's like, when you're home, you're like, I just want to be on the fucking road. Then when you're out on the road, you're like, I just want to fucking be home.
But also being on the road in the States is weird because like some clubs fly you out and give you a hotel. Some clubs, they fly you out, but they don't give you a hotel. So like maybe you'll pay for the hotel, or you're like crashing on someone's couch. Or it's like, it's all like strung together. It's like your Wednesday, rent a car here, drop it off, get on a helicopter. He drops you off at an outlet mall. You're there for 4 days, but you're only sleeping there for 2. Like, it's just,
so fun.
It's so fun, but it's all just, it's chaos. Always.
So fun though.
Like, oh man. Because when LA was not locked down in December, I got a call last minute to go to Arizona and just played New Year's Eve and the weekend. And I was just like, what is this going to be like?
Yeah.
And like, let me tell you who was done with COVID. December 2020, Arizona.
Oh, yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Like we are not yet in LA at the level of open Arizona was then, and COVID was happening.
Yeah.
And like that's what I was thinking of the road is like you leave like, you know, a city with sidewalks and then you just go to chaos part of chaos city. Like there's bikers over there. Everyone's on drugs. Why is there MDMA? Oh my God. People are drinking and driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my wife thinks the road's the best. She thinks I'm having the time of my life. And then
She's just stoked because you're not in the house.
yeah. No, sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She can't wait for me to go back on the road.
Oh, man.
I can't wait either.
It's the weirdest thing though of having that fight with partners where they were like, oh, you know, go on the road and like having fun. It's like, no, it's fun when you come.
Yeah, it's
and
great
like,
when you come.
Yeah, when there's another person for like companionship, and it's also like then there's like a reason to go do stuff. When it's like just me, it's like, all right,
Go to a bar and then just sit there and watch TV.
Yeah.
Because you're just like, yeah, what am I going to do?
or go to the bar, or the even more, sit in the hotel room for a full like get off stage on Thursday, go in that hotel room and just sit in there until like you leave weirdly early for the show because you're gonna eat like all the meals you missed in one meal. Then comedy, same thing again. Oh, it's depressing.
My routine is I like going and trying to find where the weed's at, and then like snapping if I could. I like naps hard on the road.
But here's the question of the where you just. I always just go with the staff.
What?
At the comedy club, you just ask.
Oh, ask the staff? Yeah.
The waiters and waitresses, hey, do any of you?
I usually like finding a dispensary, and then if I can't do the dispensary, I'll do a staff.
Yeah, but if it's not legal in the state you're in, you're.
Yeah, or I'll fly with some.
All right, let's get into this. I didn't think you could take weed to an airport because it's a federal facility.
No, yeah, you can. So LAX put out a statement saying that they are not going to confiscate or trip off of weed more than
It's an ounce for LAX.
an ounce for LAX, right? Yeah. So that means if I go through with an ounce in my bag or in my carry-on, they won't trip because they're looking for other shit. And they've pulled stuff out and looked at it. They've looked at my Puffco, but I keep it clean. And I'll keep my weed in like a jar or bags, and I'll keep it on my carry-on, but like my carry-on bag. They'll look at it, but they don't give a shit. And then landing somewhere is easy because you're walking straight out. They're not going to do anything, right? New York's now doing 3 ounces. So if I fly out of LAX, they don't trip that I have my, ounces of weed on me. And I land in New York and I walk out, they're not going to trip that I have weed on me, right? But if they do stop me and I have a pound of marijuana, they're going to be like, why the fuck do you have this much weed on you? And then it becomes a problem.
Because I like to party.
Yeah. Yeah. But if I'm going somewhere with 3 ounces of weed, they don't really give a shit. It's flying back is the big problem. So like I'll go to, hypothetically speaking, I'll go to different states that I'm touring at and I'll have some weed on me, right? Because I like to smoke weed. And then I try to finish it before I fly back. That's the move.
It's like a race in the last day.
Yeah. And also all the fucking dogs are all trained for one thing. So they can't be trained for bombs and weed. They're either one or the other. Most of the time they're worried about bombs because they don't give a fuck about weed.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And if you ever, like a California medical recommendation, as long as you're flying, I think, out of California, but it might, depending on what state, it's up to 8 ounces you can fly with. We had one of my coworkers, we were going to do an event in Northern California, flew out of LAX with, I think it was like 4 ounces, like in jars. Got pulled aside. TSA gave him a really hard time, like started fucking with him. They called like the cops and all this stuff. He was able to get his wife to get him a recommendation on her phone while he was in custody, and they looked at it and were like, "Hey, you're good." And I guess that like the PD came and were like basically berated the TSA, like, "You're wasting our fucking time. Like, I don't know why you thought you had to make a huge thing over 8 ounces of weed, like blah blah blah. Like, please don't call us for this shit again." Because and he's like sitting there as a TSA agent's getting yelled at. Because
that's the thing is that TSA is a federal agency, but they have to resort to the local PD when it comes to shit like that. So if the local PD is like, yeah, we're dealing with burning homeless people, we have to, you know what I mean? We got bigger fish to deal with, you know? So I'm tripping off the guy with 8 ounces that he bought legally in another state.
Now, just to make sure what you were saying there, burning homeless people? Like,
Yeah, like homeless people on fire.
Oh, I thought you were saying like to put homeless people in jail, like burning them.
No. I don't know if you know this. The city now in LA approved a program where they can just walk up to homeless people and set them on fire.
Yeah, I mean, I always wondered why they, towards a certain time of the month, all the homeless camps in Koreatown lit up, but I guess it's...
Do you really know why, or I can tell you?
I have a guess why.
Can you tell me why?
I assume someone from the city is going around and lighting them on fire so they move.
No, most of it's drug related. So a lot of the people that live in the tents are, most people are like on drugs, right?
Yeah.
Most of those are gang controlled.
Yes,
So,
I knew this.
Yeah. And then if they don't pay up what they owe, they set the tents on fire.
That's all you got left. They're coming to take it. That's crazy.
Shit. Yes, no, I read a fascinating article in the LA Times that talked about how, like MacArthur Park is basically where one of the bigger gangs in that part of the city operate from. And it's a real headache for the LAPD because it's very problematic to get a warrant. The red tent in the park. Okay, well, which one's red? Well, it's just a red, and it's like, yeah. So
The Jan Sport.
Yeah.
The beige one.
Yeah, the one with the ripped, weird lawn furniture in front of it. I don't know. It's MacArthur Park. The part that's kind of scary, but also fascinating.
The one that's covered in dog shit.
Yeah.
Which one? Was that too much?
It was too much.
Do I get high and then like say too much things? Too much things.
Neither too much or not enough. What I like about MacArthur Park, which for those of you not in Los Angeles, is a park just infested with drug dealers and really crazy homeless people.
Yeah.
Is that if you drive by at certain times in the morning, you'll just see a very calmly normal dressed person walking in and you're like, oh, I know who does heroin. You're like, you got to get your fix for the day. But it's a weird kind of like,
yeah, this guy's got to be in Culver City in a couple hours.
I'm like, I would never have thought that person looking like that would do
You're
heroin.
like, that is the CEO of a casting agency. Yeah. Holy shit.
I almost was in a Bud Light commercial for that guy.
Hilarious. How many times have you been in an audition where you're like, that guy looks exactly like me?
Very rarely.
Really?
I'm always the like outlier one. Like it'll be a bunch of like Captain America looking motherfuckers, and they bring the blockhead Canadian in. It's kind of like, well, maybe we'll go this way. Maybe something will have happened medically to the father, and he looks like this now. Like that's what they're going for. Usually, yeah. No, my look is distinct.
What's the worst thing that they've told you, like notes wise, or just anything you've heard like in the industry?
I accidentally got very hungover for a callback. And I remember I wasn't out of the room when I could hear because it was the director and the cast, and I could hear one of them be like, yeah, there's no way we can use that guy. And like the other one be like, you're right. Close. And I was like, oh shit. It's the only time I've ever been hungover for an audition. It was such a fun night, such a terrible mistake the next day.
Nice.
The weirdest audition is I auditioned to be... Oh, I shouldn't tell the story. Contractual obligation. I auditioned to be the body double of someone in a movie, and then I would have had to fly to Los Angeles and explain all my physical movements to that actor, and they digitally put him in the movie. I auditioned to be that for a movie. And at the last minute, they're like, no, and made the actor just fly to England and be in the movie. And I thought I had made up that whole... Is someone...
But is yours just over there, though?
Oh, shit. Okay.
It's probably just your wife.
Can you check and see if that's
Yeah.
my wife? I apologize.
Frank is blown
probably
up.
very serious.
Hilarious. So why would you make me feel more... Here, I'll answer it. Is it my wife?
I have no clue. It's numbers.
I really appreciate you guys being cool. It's that weird moments where you're just like...
No, we get paranoid as fuck. No,
Yeah,
it's
you're
cool.
just like... That actually just makes me feel better. I'm fine. I'm honestly like, listen, I live in Koreatown. One of the things about Koreatown is Koreatown, has a bit of a gang issue.
Nice.
And I'm fine with it. It keeps the area affordable. It gives it atmosphere. Also, I'm not planning on doing anything that would involve me getting to know the gang, and I feel that they should feel the same way about my activities, and so I feel fine with it.
What That would be the funniest thing. It would come out and there's just a gift basket from them.
Oh, I'd be like, that's pretty rad.
Would you be terrified also?
Because you're like, there's no way that doesn't come with a lovely set
what's
of
up,
strings.
fool? Here is your. I hope you enjoyed that edible fruit basket in our local colors. This is also our little homies, hip hop CD.
I would like everyone at home to know that I can't place the ethnicity of that accent. I've never recognized it or seen it before.
Yeah, no, I tried to go as vague as possible.
I will tell you, the hip hop CD absolutely nailed it, because more than once I've been walking to the corner store and there's like 8 Latin guys that just drink beer there, and more than once they've been like, you like this? Like one time it was like,
and it's their own CD they're playing.
It was like one time it was his cousin, and another time it was like, I know this guy. I think the cousin guy, they were like, the CD for sale. I think that I know this guy was just him letting me know he knew this guy.
I would pay. That would be my street team. I would pay fucking Mexicans to just go around and hand my album out.
Oh my god, that's such a good idea. That's such a funny good idea.
It just you know what I mean? Like that'd be hilarious. What is that?
Weed.
Who is it?
Can't see it.
Who is that?
Some dudes out of SoCal. They're
Are you big in the weed?
NorCal can.
Are you big in the weed brands?
I'm just learning all of this stuff now. I got really into island pre-rolls there for a second. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Am I allowed to say? JP is a buyer at a dispensary. He may or may not be allowed to speak on certain brands, but I am a free mouthpiece.
I love it when Frank just kicks off.
Very nice company, but I think same thing as a lot of them is they outsource their weed. You know what I mean? And also they kind of pride themselves on the branding and look of their pre-rolls more than the quality.
I would say wildly inconsistent is the problem.
Wildly inconsistent. Yeah.
There's another company which I find the jar very pleasant, but couldn't name to save my life. And that one's been perfect. Like just like always exactly what I'm expecting. And now I'm moving into, different things. Like I want one.
Well, yeah, because you are the market. As a person that's interested in weed, but may not know it enough to know the brands, it's consistency is extremely key.
Well, it's now
what's going to make you come back and buy from the same brand.
I kind of want now 3 sort of go-to strains. Like I want the sort of like, gonna watch a movie, chill, but want to enhanced. End of the day, you wanna see some shit? That's what I want to see. I want the enjoy the movie, go to bed. You ain't fucking going anywhere. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
I'm at that point right now. I can feel all of those edibles. I'm pretty lit with this weed, and the dabs are fully kicking in.
So I'm opening up to dabs.
Hell yeah.
Also, this tastes like stuffing, and I love it. What is this?
That one's a cereal milk. I have to double check the cross on that one specifically because there are a few variations out there. But it does have a lot of that kind of like Triangle Kush, OG Kush, like kind of pine flavor.
So you're a buyer. So this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for like a fun hybrid, probably.
Don't make them work. No, I'm just kidding. No, make them work.
And then like an indica where it's like, what I want is it's an indica and you take like a little hit, and then Mike Tyson comes in your house and just punches you in the face and knocks you out. That's what I'm looking for from that one. And then I'm looking for a sativa that's literally like 3, 2, 1, blast off.
To the moon. So it's a couple of things to definitely offer. I would say for like the sativa that's kind of off for the races, very euphoric, very relatively clear-headed, but very kind of social even. Jack Herrera's kind of the king, I would say. Like it's the very Jack Herrera. I can even write these down for you later.
I would like you to write these down.
Got you, dog. Yeah, and it's also he's kind of like one of the godfathers like in cannabis, and kind of really did a lot of activism and like did a ton for the community. And so that's definitely one of those strains is like it should have very clear headed, very focused, and a lot of people are able to get like a lot done on it. Very active, good for work. That or something like a Durban Poison, which is a little more physical, like stimulating. like to the point where like people will do that one a lot of times for the gym because it literally has like a jitteriness associated with it.
Ooh.
So that's another really good one. Those two are the Durban's a little harder to find since it's an older strain, but the Jack Herer you should be able to find like in most things or crossed into a bunch of things. So I would start with that for the sativa. As far as like indicas go, down here in LA, there's a lot of OGs. A lot of people are in like those are very very good. They're normally very potent, have a lot of that very strong kind of pine flavor, but they're very euphoric off the front rip. So you're going to take a rip and you're going to feel the head change almost immediately, where it's very uplifting and kind of a lot going on. But then as it goes on, it'll tank to that more sedative effect where you just kind of pass out.
In this case, does OG stand for original ganja?
So there's a lot of different kind of like people say. In this case, yes.
Sometimes it's like you say something and Frank's not listening.
No.
No.
Frank, as soon as I started talking, checked out.
Yeah.
He was gone. Yeah. He was like, please take this.
I think that's the greatest joke I've ever made, guys.
A lot of people say it's ocean grown for the most part. Grown coastal. A lot of stuff, a lot of like outdoor kind of stuff, everything up in Humboldt and everything.
I want you all to know this weed is very strong because I have a little bandana here, right? And for a second I looked like this and I was like, oh, I think there's a parrot on my shoulder.
Yeah, I went
There
somewhere.
was one full second of my life where I thought there was a parrot on my shoulder. Frank, are you back with us?
Yeah, I went somewhere else for a second.
You certainly did.
I was like fucking. I was on a beach somewhere. I was like talking to my ancestors and shit. It was wild.
I think you brought a parrot back from the beach.
How much edibles did you do earlier, Frank?
100.
100 milligrams. Not 100 edibles.
No, 100 milligrams.
Okay, so
Things felt like a ship for a second. Things definitely went like this.
Oh, it's the best. It's the real. But let me ask you this: when it feels like a boat, what kind of boat do you imagine?
Oh, that's gonna fuck my whole perspective right now. Because I think as the world is a boat.
I want to punch you in your head.
Yeah. You thought the OG joke was bad.
Yeah.
When
the OG joke was not bad, the OG joke was misunderstood.
This boat feels like a big boat, like probably like the Titanic, because this just feels like a room in a ship.
Oh.
So it's like the ship is bigger than this room. Is the best way to feel, because then it just feels like, yeah. If you can't see it, because it's just an enclosed room that you can see, right? You can't see outside or anything, so you can imagine it's something else on the outside.
I can't believe I have to do stand-up comedy after this.
Yeah, man. I don't know if I can after this.
It's going to be weird.
Doing stand-up?
That's right.
So is this some... Sorry. I had to stretch. Is this a mic you're going to?
That's right.
How is it?
Good.
Is it a slotted or is it...
I think it's
a legit mic?
I think it's a bucket.
Ooh, I respect a bucket.
I mean, the LA open mic system scene is so labyrinthian and
so
crazy.
Fucked.
Like, and it's coming from like Canada, which is, I think Canada's the last place where it's literally like there's open mics. At the open mics, people that are already doing comedy also go to the open mics. They see the good comedians who are starting. They help them get on better shows. From those better shows, they get into clubs. And then there you go. That's
now
how
it's like,
oh my God.
Who's smashing at the open mic? Who's posting the most about the open mic? Who's spending the most money at the slotted mics? And then you get to the jokes.
When's the last time you did an open mic, Frank?
Me? Last time I did an open mic was maybe like a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I did maybe a couple weeks before that. It's been a while. I used to love the mics that were just show up, go up. First come, first serve. Those are,
Yeah.
I was patient. Or being funny enough that the person that was hosting was like, I need this show to go well. Do 3 minutes, but do well. And then that's something people were upset. I used to be upset like that when I was a young tyke. When I first started, I'd be upset because people would go up, and I'd be like, "Why the fuck's that guy going up?" And then like he'd smash, and I'd be like, "Oh, that's why." So it's like kids these days don't know how to be to get humbled or to understand that. Yeah, if someone's funnier, that's something you earn.
Yeah.
And sometimes that leads to getting to go up early at a fucking coffee shop for 3 minutes.
Oh yeah. I don't know how I've done this, but look how smoky I've made putting that
cherry
out. Hey, bro, Dave's here, whatever.
Whatever, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me how dope Canada is.
Canada's all right. It depends. Here's the problem with Canada. Canada's winter. I'm not a guy who likes winter, so I have a big problem with Canada for about 8 months of the year.
I've seen snow like less than 20 times.
That's the craziest thing in the world.
So I'm like so excited, like whenever I see snow and shit.
You've seen it less than 20 times?
Yeah, like been in snow, like, oh fuck, it's snow, like snowboarding or
like
whatever.
Probably about 20 times.
Yeah.
It's madness.
It's the Bay Area, dog.
Yeah, it doesn't snow.
I know. I'm just saying. Like, I'm just like, that'd be like your life as a child was so much easier. Like there wasn't a time of year that the outdoors was actively trying to kill you.
Well, I mean, the Bay Area, the sun, it got hot.
No, but it's not like if you didn't.
Nothing like down here, bro.
Yeah,
this
true.
Bay Area is nice.
Yeah, like what do you.
Flooded a little bit?
Nah.
Earthquakes, maybe.
Earthquakes, maybe.
Didn't even happen until we started moving down here. And then there's a lot of them.
Yeah. There was the big.
Yeah, no, there was
the big San Francisco quake, right? 80.
How old were you?
I was 1.
Who knows? I think
You want me to look that up?
Yeah, Chardo, can you pull up his wiki, please?
I think that was in the middle 80s or early 90s.
I think it was late.
It wasn't late. Whatever you say, Frank.
The ladies.
Oh boy! Holy
the
moly.
ladies. This is what I call the 80s, baby.
You know what this feels like? It feels like we're driving and I'm following you. You are not using turn signals, and I'm just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, man. Well, see, this is the problem when we do 2 back-to-back shows. I get a little fucking crazy after like a minute, hour, and 45. A minute 45.
Still rolling the second joint.
Listen. The views expressed here at but no.
1989.
What month?
Let me fuck.
Were you
It was
born in
October. It would have been during the
1989?
World Series, October.
Yeah.
October?
Yeah.
So I was born in April. So
No. Yes.
what?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. You're 4 months old.
Yeah, so the only one.
Yeah, so all of you remember from that earthquake.
Oh, I can't remember anything.
Yeah, of course, because you were 4 months old, you fucking
Bro,
maniac.
you just looked up like you tried to recall memories.
October 17th.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Frank, what's crazy is you're younger than me, and I feel like I know what you would have looked like as a baby. Like, I feel like it was just less hair, but still just like that. Just
Dashing good looks?
Yeah.
Ding.
Perfectly smooth, and just how you know you age is just your hair is slightly grown longer.
Yeah. How have you aged compared to everyone you went to high school with?
I think I'm all right. I had a lot of guys got like thin hair early. Oh, yes, please.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of that. Also, a lot of people like became bureaucrats and like office workers. Put on some pounds, took off some pounds. How do you like that? So yeah. Also, I haven't lived in winter in a long time. Skin is smooth.
I was going to say, you do look a lot like a Lannister.
Thank you.
That's a good thing, right?
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Has anyone said you got a Paul Bentley looking vibe?
I don't know who Paul Bentley is, but he sounds all right.
Paul Bent.
I think it's Bettany.
Bettany?
Like Vision?
Yeah.
I'll fucking take that. Yeah, I'll fucking take that all day.
Yeah.
Vision rules.
Yeah.
I haven't watched WandaVision yet.
Me neither. I heard it's great.
I just
fucking
don't
good.
want to get my heart broken. I'm like,
dude.
Endgame was so good. I'm like, let's just leave it there.
Oh, dude, Loki's so
let
great.
me fucking
Loki's
tell
the
you.
shit.
Let me
Loki's
tell
dope.
you
I haven't watched Loki
the
yet.
shit they're doing in Phase 4, except for Black Widow.
Yeah,
which
man,
was
bro.
okay.
My friend wrote Loki, and she is
Sick.
amazing. So I'm very happy everyone likes it.
That's
No, it's
great.
very good.
I'm not surprised. She's excellent.
I'm like making my way through those movies again right now.
Yeah, I've been
We just watched
rewatching.
Ant-Man.
But yeah,
You know, let me tell you guys. Do you want to hear something kind of weird? So in COVID, anyone get the COVID sads?
what I mean, life.
Yes.
Like just in life during the height of the lockdown, we're not able to go out as opposed to now.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, if I needed a boost, I would literally just watch the On Your Left scene going into that battle, just on TV, like 3 times in a row, and kind of like, yeah, it's going to be all right.
Hey, things over
They
there.
got the band back together. It'll be fine.
Yeah, you start crying.
Yeah, I wept. I held hands
What's
with
the last movie you cried at?
probably Avengers End. No. I'm an easy cry at a movie.
Me, dude, I cry like a bitch.
Like, and it's
You
also,
trying to have a cry off, dog? Trying to cry right now?
Oof.
I cry at movies with like shit. They'll do videos of sorry.
Sliding on linoleum?
Yeah, they'll do videos of dudes returning. Like there'll be videos of sons giving their fathers the car that they used to own back in the day. And like the dad breaks down because he's like, this is the car I drove 40 years ago. You know, and they rebuild it for him. And like that shit makes me cry like a fucking, like or like people getting reunited or shit like that.
You can watch dogs seeing their soldier owners coming back from war.
Yeah.
Holy motherfucking shit.
Deaf kids hearing for the first time.
Oh, don't do this to me.
Yeah,
oh,
dog. Are blind kids seeing color for the first time?
Come on. I don't know if that technology exists for that second one.
Yeah. They're called like it's like
I don't actually.
I think it's
I don't
color.
think anyone's seen that.
Can you look that up? I don't think that they've figured out.
What he's talking about is color blindness, not blind.
color blindness. Yeah, not blind.
Okay, well, I'm glad I clarified because we would have really had some marmalade on our trousers.
Oh, that is hilarious. No, yeah, people that are colorblind can see color again, and then you'll start seeing them cry and shit. That's funny.
Now, colorblind, I don't like giving colorblind the same level as deafness. Yeah. That's not the same.
Bro, I mean, listen.
Oh, I can't be a fighter pilot? Oh, fuck you.
You can't appreciate the color green, dog. You know what I mean? Until it's taken away from you.
Yeah, it wasn't taken away from them. They never saw it. This is either the greatest or the worst episode of this show.
I got a question for you guys.
There were full minutes where they said nothing, and then there were bursts of energy and laughter for no real reason.
Did you guys see this Flora Gills tweet from a couple days ago?
What?
Who?
Flora Gills, she's like a journalist for the like Vogue magazine and shit.
No idea.
She has a tweet that says,
Also, let's just talk about how presumptuous you were that we knew who Flora Hill is.
Gill. No, this is a huge story. It's fucking hilarious to me. She put a tweet that says, someone needs to create porn for children. Hear me out.
Whoa. Whoa. As a comedian, the best setup I've ever heard. For real. As a comedian, the best setup I've ever heard. Listen, I'm hooked. Cause now, no matter what, I want to hear her out. Cause she just, listen, bro.
I mean,
some people dig themselves a hole. That bitch fucking, whoo.
She Elon Musk the whole
Bro, she's fucking Nagasaki the hole, dude. She is standing at the bottom of it.
I do a stream and a podcast with a guy named Chris Betts. It's called the Untitled Twitch Stream. Frank's been on it. Go listen to it. And he has a saying, which is, that's a cancelin'. And as soon as I heard that, that's what I heard in my head. Ooh, that's a cancelin'. But I would like to hear the follow-up because you could land this plane. You can absolutely land this plane, but I'm trying to think of like...
Because, all right. Because, so let's hear what she says, and then let's come up with the best way to land that plane.
All right, well, the rest of the tweet is, young teens are already watching porn, but they're finding hardcore, aggressive videos that give a terrible view of sex. They need entry-level porn, exclamation point. A softcore site where everyone asks for consent and no one gets choked, etc.
Okay. So there was a movie that came out called Girl Next Door and it was about these porn stars making sex ed videos with porn stars, and that's how they taught sex ed. So it's like creating a better version of sex ed. You know what I mean? Especially to try to combat the way that people have access to porn on their phones. Because I remember being like a teenager and fucking sneaking to my fucking computer and trying to fucking, you know what I mean? Like,
of course.
Exactly, right? And, you know.
Before you, just to interrupt you.
I get what she's trying to say.
I don't, also, was she saying it in response to something? What was she trying to?
Yeah.
Like, or did she just tweet that out of the blue?
Is that controversial? Are people upset? Because I feel like she kind of landed the plane with how
I don't know if she did. I really don't like. Also, like there's a lot of jungle.
By the way,
rope bridges in your point to her point. I'm pretty sure. I don't feel that there's structure holding these things together.
I'm not saying children should be doing this. No, absolutely not. But I think there should be better sex education with teenagers when it comes to porn on phones.
A normalization of sex and the idea of sex ed in schools and all that sort of stuff. That listen, it's no big deal. Please wear protection. For the love of God.
Don't not like fucking. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's hilarious.
Hello, kids. My name's Peter North.
Yeah, exactly.
Who wants to get it?
Damn, yeah, that's crazy.
For a bunch of years in Canada, my province, I've said this on every fucking thing I've ever appeared on, our province didn't have sex ed. It was just the gym teacher.
You're good, keep going.
Sup, bro? The gym teacher. What happened here?
I don't know. Just you fucked it up.
Cool. Fucking Don Rickles over here. So our sex ed was just a question box, and the gym teacher just had to answer any question that was in that box. That is terrible damage to my sex.
Whoa!
Anonymous questions.
What were the
in
craziest
the
questions?
What's a dragon punch? Why do women? I remember one of them is why do women scream when they come? So just very visceral.
Because there's no sex education when it comes to, you know what I mean?
Like, why is cum white? I remember that was one.
I have a joke where I talk about, I was like, I just started fucking my wife slow, and like immediately all the women laugh, because it's just this idea of like, you know, it wasn't until you start like dating someone or you're like really like involved with someone that you learn to really like start to fuck, you know what I mean? Because everyone for the longest time was like, you just fucking, and then you're just like, oh, I guess you're right. Yeah, it is about pleasing the other person. It is like there's other things to it, yeah? Because then they just stop calling.
I have nothing to add to this. This is just a really good point.
Is this a good point?
Yeah.
I mean, we're fucking dudes talking about fucking. You know what I mean?
Oh, finally.
But responsibly.
Finally, the first time ever in podcasting. You know what I mean?
Hilarious.
But yeah, to answer your question, it was kind of just out of nowhere. And then the last two tweets after that were like, I hate when people are taking pictures of tweets that are deleted. That should be illegal and shit.
Hilarious. So
who is this
tweet
person?
didn't go well?
No, it did not go well at all.
I don't think it would.
I feel like you really led me on there. You know what I mean? Now that I've heard how everyone else took it, I disagree.
She's a journalist for Vogue magazine. Like,
who is this bitch?
I don't know, Flora Gill. Honestly, this tweet was probably the best thing she ever done.
Isn't it crazy how like
I don't know best
you can either be
promotion wise for herself.
You can either make yourself fucking famous or infamous. Who the fuck am I? God, I'm way too high.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks very much, DA in a Batman movie. There's so many lighters down.
Yeah, I was like, there's another lighter that fell?
Yeah.
What was that one?
This one has some sort of revolution fist. This one, it just says up north. Who knows what that is in regard? What time is it even? Party on.
We've been doing this for 15 minutes. What time are we at?
We're at 50 minutes.
50?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's been cruising.
It's been fun. Yeah, there's not really a rhyme or reason in this fucking show. It's kind of fun. We just hang out, we smoke some weed. We kind of wanted this to be like our version of the sesh. Because this is exactly how it is when we just hang out at the back of the store.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Why did it get so awkward all of a sudden?
I didn't get awkward at all.
It certainly did.
Yeah, I second that. Frank is very high.
Whoa, hey.
Come on, don't say that. I've been killing with Frank for 15 minutes. Don't take this away from me. I need this right now.
Why are you guys making me feel uncomfortable?
Yeah. What the hoot?
Hilarious. Who is so you came up in the Canadian scene?
That's right.
Who do you any like famous like open micers or any famous local guys that record? Because we had like in LA we had like Mugzilla who's still around, or like
oh my god,
fucking crazy, but Boone Shakalaka. I haven't seen him in a while, but
Boone Shakalaka, very funny.
We had Jesus Christ. Do you remember him?
I saw him one time.
Kevin, dog.
Yeah, what that guy was something. I'm not really sure what.
Yeah, he was a guy.
The Son of God.
He was the
Son of God. Yeah, of course.
Good, great massages, stiff fingers.
What?
Yeah, he would come and hang out at the store. I remember the first time I came to Los Angeles, I broke my own rule.
Come on, bud.
I remember the first time we came to Los Angeles, one of the first times I was on like a bringer show when I went to the store. I drove past him on Sunset, and it was when he would just hang out in the corner holding a sign that said Jesus. And I remember seeing him and being like, what the fuck? And then I eventually met him. It was great.
It's weird who you're excited to meet in LA, you know what I mean? It's never like, oh, wow, David Duchovny. You're like, oh my God, the naked cowboy.
Oh, shit. Yeah. I used to see, because I used to work at the Starbucks Studio City, and I would always see the one ensemble character. He played like the crazy bad guy in every movie. He was like something Drago. He was like an old guy. He had like crazy looking eye. I think his name Vincent Drago. He was in like 100 different movies. Fuck. I could Google him if you want. I can show you a picture of him.
Someone's screaming at their phone right now. They're like, he said this. You recognize him from this? It's not Drago.
Oh fuck. Okay, no.
The worst
I can't
thing we
see.
could do is have Frank look something up right now.
Is that the worst thing?
One of them, yeah.
Well, what's the other one?
So
Giving you more edibles.
Give me some fucking more edibles. Give me more edibles. I will not be challenged like this on my own show. I will not be disrespected. Ooh, things are shaking again.
I don't even feel like this is going to end up on Spotify or anything. Like I feel like this is just going to be cut up into Instagram clips. Have you noticed this? How like podcasts used to be like audio only, and then they went like audio video, and then for a while it just seemed like just YouTube. Everyone was just watching podcasts, and now I don't even think I listen to podcasts. I just watch Instagram
People want to
story
be on these clips, dog.
clips, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, I'm really enjoying it.
Stringer Bell over here, dog. 15 seconds. Baby.
That's absolutely not.
The way I see it is like a steal. You got to get people's views. You know what I mean? So Stringer Bell's out here trying to get, help you with like the drug game. I'm out here trying to help you with the view game. You know what I mean? I'll stop.
Yeah.
I'm out of my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, though, you're a creator, so you're not like somebody that consumes the content. So you probably just look at Instagram, but I think that it's still a hook for, like, the well's not dry as far as people going to your actual podcast from videos on YouTube, like TikTok and whatnot.
No, I'm not saying that. It's just very funny. It's more how I'm consuming podcasts is getting smaller and weirder by the day.
I feel like it's definitely like you start to see. I saw like there's literally a.
Like I've never listened to an episode of The Fighter and the Kid, and I end up seeing it because like
the clips all the time.
It's just there.
Yeah. It's the game, baby. We're going up against TikTokers and fucking poolside shots. I know I'm shaking my head so much.
It's madness. That's why I'm.
Have you ever met a YouTuber or seen them on a show before?
No. Oh, this reminded me. The whole reason why I want to do this is I have an album out.
Oh yeah.
August 31st of 2021 called Float Like a Butterfly, John Hastings Like a Bee. It'll be on all streaming platforms and exclusively on SiriusXM for a week. But go and find me on John Hastings. The link will be up there, and pre-order it. I love you. At the John Hastings on all social media, Untitled Twitch stream every day, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific time. Untitled Twitch stream at twitch.tv/Untitled Twitch stream. Frank's been on the show. He likes it.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We've gotten shit-faced. No. Have I been shit-faced on your show?
Yes.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, on a mug. You said.
Yep.
We discussed taking, I think one of the episodes I took down because there was some naming of names.
Hilarious.
That one you cannot find. I just remember you were hitting a mug and you're just saying like, fuck that guy. You're saying like names and I was like, took that V.
Classic Frank. You get me stoned in the morning.
I didn't get. It was 2 p.m.
Morning.
2 p.m. and I was in my house. I was doing nothing.
I do get a little wild.
What do you do on your Twitch stream? Do you just play video games or?
It started as just my Twitch stream, and then I broke my shoulder and elbow, and my friend Chris said, "I'll just come on and we'll just chat," so I could just sort of keep it going. It turned into a chat show between the two of us. So we then were joined by another excellent comedian and Twitch streamer named Ashley Manning, and now we do basically it's a podcast that you can watch live and interact on the channel. It's very fun and stupid and good. Please support it. I want it to become my job, and yeah, good.
I feel you.
It's insane how much Twitch has taken off. Like it's always been very big, and streaming's always been big, but like in the last year during the pandemic, like everyone's getting gaming PCs, hopping into it, and like starting their own shit.
I know.
And there's people with like 20,000 people just constantly watching them.
It's amazing, and I need to get more into it and stuff like that. But I've just from even the little community that we have is so fun and interesting, and it's a fun sort of little corner of the internet, and it's very stupid, and yeah, I can see why in the pandemic everybody it's a way to connect and do something. But yeah.
No, I have 2 monitors, so like when I'm playing games, I'll usually have someone else's Twitch stream up on the other monitor.
Buddy,
while I'm doing shit.
Come on the stream. Yeah. We talk about marijuana and you talk about stream.
That weed, that good.
Do you Twitch stream as well?
I just consume a lot of Twitch content.
He does.
I have a lot of friends who are tons of friends who are streamers. I actually so people do media share things where you can pay per seconds and they'll show a video. I paid for the 500 people to watch Peak the other day.
That's awesome.
So, and Peak's your other show with this nonsense?
Yeah.
Puffco.
Do you want to take a hit?
What is it?
It's just an electronic dab rig.
So instead of when you took your dab you took the first time, I imagine was off of someone blowtorched a nail and then you took a dab.
Yes.
So those a lot of times they're vaporizing all of that dab at once and at such a high temperature usually that it's a very aggressive, overwhelming feeling. These guys a lot of times you can control how much you pull in. It's a lower temp and so it's only vaporizing a certain amount at a time. It's a lot more of a mellow experience, a lot more enjoyable, I'd argue for sure. But also, if you don't want to get too high, it's whatever's comfortable. You want to enjoy it, you know? You don't want to be I got too high, I don't want to smoke pot anymore. You want to come back to it.
No, I don't think that's going to happen. Let me think about it. The answer is no. It's more, can I do one that hasn't been used, or can we just clean it?
Yeah, I'll clean one.
Yeah, let's clean one.
We got tons of ISO.
Here, I'll set you up.
All right, let's get nuts. I don't think I'm making this open mic, guys.
First,
Salute.
Thank you. All right. I'm gonna clean this.
He's processing the steps in his head.
I'm gonna clean this. First I'm gonna hit this.
Yeah, you want me to clean it, Frank?
No, I got it.
Yeah, need a
You
break.
just gotta carry the conversation.
You need a second.
We were wrapping up.
Yeah, I am. What else?
This is going to be on. Okay.
I want you to hit this. Well, I guess we could always just cut this next.
No. I like that. We can chat. Well, this could be all good, buddy. Don't worry.
Hey, man, I think I'm pretty lit. I don't know if you guys can tell.
I mean, it's gotten pretty loose pretty quickly, everybody.
Yeah, but that's kind of what I like. I like it loosey goosey.
Frank needs a show called Lit and Killing It.
How many spin-offs of Frank gets stoned with people does he need? Like,
That's my whole career, baby.
Jesus, Lord in heaven. You're doing to weed what Sam Kinison did to the beret. By the way, that's one of those statements that I don't know what it means, but it's 100% accurate.
Yeah.
Frank, can you pass that lighter? Or John? Thanks, dude.
No problem, bro.
I like making Frank do shit.
I'm still back on the you've only seen snow like 20 times. That's madness.
Yeah, man. It's
That's like when you find out someone was a child during 9/11. You're just like, go fuck yourself. Like, no.
I was in first grade.
Come on.
I swear to God.
What were you doing? That's so fucking rude.
Learning to write.
Come on, man.
Probably just learning to read my first couple books.
Well, how old are you right now?
27.
7. Yeah, that scans. That's exactly right. 9 to 10 years younger than me. Damn it.
I was in 6th grade.
See, this is what I'm talking about. That's about where you're supposed to be. For a 9/11, 11 or 12, I can accept that. But yeah 6? That's absolutely ludicrous. Shouldn't be allowed.
Do you remember like where you were? Like when when everything happened?
In Canada? No, we were celebrating. No, we were celebrating.
Yes!
No, absolutely not.
We rise.
No, I was in grade 11. I was doing co-op training to go work at a radio station. And I was walking to lunch, and I heard the gym teachers say, "Yeah, something happened with a plane in the World Trade Center. Like they might have landed on the World Trade Center," which in hindsight is the worst remembering of what happened on 9/11 ever. And then I went home. My mom like called me when I was at home, and she was like, "This is planes flew into buildings. Turned on the TV. Your grandmother's freaking out." And I was like, "All right." And then 9/11 unfolded there. Yeah, bananas. Just remember how nice of a day it was. Everyone says that about 9/11. Very nice day.
You missed the whole podcast, bro.
Yeah.
What time zone were you in when 9/11 happened?
Eastern Standard, the gentleman's time zone. the first main time zone. Like we all can agree, Pacific is a wonderful time zone, but it's not the time. The time is like, what time is it in New York, Toronto? That's the time.
Out of all questions, I did not expect you to get attacked.
It's not an attack. It's a statement of fact. Everyone knows Eastern Standard. They're the standard time. The Greenwich Main Time. Yeah, go be Maine over there 5 hours early than you should be. Because you should be on...
Everything does come out, yeah.
Eastern Standard Time is perfect. It looks how like the world looks like that. Yeah. Okay, what do I do with this contraption here?
So when it buzzes, you'll inhale off the top like you would like a vape pen or anything like that.
You don't have to do anything else. Well, hold it. Well, keep it up.
Don't tip the water out.
Yeah.
All right. Jesus Christ.
When it vibrates, go ahead and hit it.
Do I hit this button?
Nope. No, it'll buzz and it's already kind of started. So you literally just pull from the top.
Yeah. You can hit it slow. You're not gonna suck hard.
Oh, okay, vibrated. So now I do this.
Yep. And boom, you've dabbed. What's the big deal?
Why is everyone being so quiet? What's going on?
Because this is so great. I love it.
That was a very
That's why we have our other show.
Yeah. This is the dab dog. I love it.
Welcome to the family, dog.
I don't know what happens now, man.
You just got jumped in.
No, this is DMT dog.
To meet the maker himself.
What a weird podcast that would be.
There's these like Swedish kids that do drugs on YouTube.
What?
I think it's illegal over there wherever they live.
In Amsterdam, I think they decriminalized. I don't know if it's Amsterdam, somewhere out there. Like they've decriminalized everything.
Yeah.
Or it is Sweden then.
There's like these Swedish kids that do all drugs on camera.
It happened a couple years ago.
Yeah.
They completely decriminalized everything.
Good God.
Yeah. And I know, like, isn't Oregon, like, psychedelics are completely decriminalized right now, too?
Yeah.
No, Oregon's everything.
All drugs.
Oakland,
Oregon's all
too.
drugs, too. Psychedelics, Oakland, yeah. Santa Cruz, same thing.
My word.
So to answer that question, yeah, the shows exist.
How do you feel?
Pretty stoned, guys.
This is a good dab.
I don't know which one of these is my water.
This one looks
This one's
sealed,
mine.
so if you want that one, this one by my foot is definitely mine.
I just
For sure.
This one's mine.
sealed one. Oh, it may have been this one.
Oh yeah, because Gerardo grabbed his. So yeah, that's definitely yours then.
Oh, are you? All right, cool. Anything else you want to plug before we start to get out of here?
Yeah, let's
Wait, what are you guys? What did I do wrong?
It's just you could tell by your tone of voice how high you are.
No, I'm so high right now.
I feel
Kind of lost.
I'm going to say it again. I feel like this may be the either greatest or most
No, this is the
listenable
greatest podcast I've ever done.
It's been madness. I think I just cried a second ago.
No, it's absolute fucking madness.
Yeah, my face feels separated from my skull. I am way too high. I have to go do stand-up.
Are you gonna go do
comedy.
stand-up?
I mean, I don't know what we're gonna. What was that?
What are you talking about?
I don't see it happening at this point. But I also don't know where my phone is, my wallet, dignity.
Have we started this podcast yet?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, welcome to Buddies. Let's get to it.
Yeah. My name is Frank Castillo. This is JP. This is John Hastings.
What's up, y'all?
Thank you, Gerardo.
Is this actually the intro? Did we fuck this up?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't mean intro's whatever you want it to be, dog.
Just put it at the front.
How old were you, Frank, during 9/11?
How old was I? I was
Oh, yeah.
13, maybe 12. I was in middle school, and I remember my English teacher going, "You know why they use transcontinental planes?" He goes, "Bigger fuel tanks."
Oh, I heard it was because of the snacks. That's at the John Hastings. The John Hastings on all social media. John Hastings Comedy on Twitch. Please support.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, GP. Thank you, John. Thank you, Frank. I'm so high. Thank you, Gerardo.
Did you just thank Gerardo calling him Frank?
No, maybe. I don't know. I'm not driving, so that's all that matters.
Oh, I think we committed crime. Did we commit a crime?
We will. Wait, so you're not going to do your set?
I don't know. Oh, shit. I don't know what time it is.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It's like 7:30.
Oh, okay. All right, sweet. Thank you. Have a good day, guys.